Just play the video when you're ready.
Yes.
Wait a second. Rosemary, is Rosemary in? Because she sent a message that she wasn't in.
No, she's not in yet.
Can we make sure to let her in?
She's not, she hasn't come in yet, but when she does, we'll let her in.
Okay, so we can't start because she's gonna start the meeting. So I'm gonna say try again to her.
Do you want me to wait?
Yes, please. Oh, and Atifa says she's in the waiting room. I don't see her.
I'm not the host or the co-host, so I can't do anything. So
I can't see anything.
I can't see anything either.
I'm gonna tell her try again. Let's see. There's all sorts of weird stuff happening tonight.
Okay, we're good. I've just admitted some people. I think we should be okay.
Did you admit Rosemary? We need Rosemary.
I believe she has been admitted. Let me just double check and then we'll go
Yeah,
ahead.
she's in. She's in.
She's in.
Okay,
Okay,
cool.
Okay,
Okay,
cool.
cool.
She is in. So I'm gonna go ahead. Okay. All right, guys. All right, guys. We'll start.
Yes.
She is in. So I'm gonna go
Good
ahead.
evening. Good afternoon.
Okay.
Good
All
morning.
right, guys. All right, guys.
Whatever
we'll
time
start.
zone you happen to be in, welcome to Leaders Worldwide Online Toastmasters Club. Our club
She
mission,
is in.
we provide a
So,
supportive
I'm
and
gonna
positive learning experience.
Okay.
To disable the
All right,
power to
guys.
develop
All right, guys.
communication
Whatever time
and
zone
leadership
you
skills, resulting in
Well,
greater
I
self-confidence and personal growth.
Online Toastmasters
Leaders
Club.
Worldwide is designed for politicians, we provide a supportive and positive learning entrepreneurs, heartfelt and authentic, resulting in core values, integrity, personal growth, respect, leaders worldwide, service, excellence. Entrepreneurs are leaders in our
Tell me quickly.
Yeah, you needed to, when you put the YouTube on, you need to, once it goes up on your browser, you need
Yes.
to X that out. But
I
let's
couldn't find
introduce
the
our
button.
president, Rosemary Sweeney. Rosemary?
Thank you. Yes, I'm right there. Can everyone who is not speaking mute their mics or we will get a feedback? Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good new time. The time is now 9:30 here because we are back 1 hour. And I welcome our guests. I welcome our distinguished Toastmasters and members to our meeting. This evening, we are going to have a wonderful time. I will be your Toastmaster of the day. But as president, I welcome everyone. We are still in our year of 99th anniversary of Toastmasters International. And Toastmasters International is a club which has helped all of us, not a club, an organization which has helped all of us. Me, for sure, it has helped me to develop leadership skills and practice my speaking skills, where I am not afraid to speak. I might not know certain words, but I know I can make mistakes. That is all in the line of duty. We make mistakes and we learn from our mistakes. We do not dwell on our mistakes. We learn from it. And tonight we are going to have 2 speakers. And our table topic, we know our speakers are all prepared and ready to go. Our evaluators are also there. Our meeting is in 3 parts: prepared speech, table topics, and evaluation. It is said that evaluation is feedback, and feedback is the breakfast of champions. And that's what we aim to be. We are never perfect. None of us are perfect. In Toastmasters, we are always progressing. We will be better today than we were yesterday, and that's why we practice. It is said that practice makes progress, and we are always progressing from one area to the next. And our theme is better, brighter future. We are here and we want to have a better, brighter future, which will not only help us, but help those around us and those we come in contact with. At this time, I will call on our grammarian to introduce the word of the day.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. The word of the day is auspicious. And that means is promising success. It's like you may have waited for an auspicious moment to request a raise from your boss. And that's the word of the day. And as a grammarian, I will look for the best use of the English language and also some interesting phrases and that I hear in your speeches, and I will provide this at the end of the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you so much for providing us with the word of the day. This evening, we are going to have an auspicious meeting, and we will be using the word of the day, ensure that we weave it into our vocabulary and what we speak about. May I be able to share share screen? Will I be able to? May I be given the ability to share screen? Okay.
You need to be able to share the screen. You still can't share it?
I can't share it.
Okay, I'm just going to reclaim host and get you to do that. Sorry, guys. All right, now you can share the screen.
Okay, thank you. I just want to share. Okay. We are saying that our theme is better, brighter future. And my current, it is said that the best way, leaders worldwide, the future is bright. We are going to have a better, brighter future. And it is said that your past has forgotten you and your future is waiting for you. So we are not going to dwell on our past. In order for us to have a better, brighter future. Our future is waiting for us. And later on, I will tell you about our future. But at this time, I call on our timer to give us the timing for the prepared speeches.
I do not see her. Hold on.
Oh.
It's well, 1 second. Our timer for today is Rosalind Khan.
And she's not here?
Nope.
Okay,
So I can do the timer.
Fine.
Okay, because
I only have my old-fashioned cards. Is that okay?
That is fine.
Okay, so for the 5 to 7 minute speeches, at 5 minutes, I'll display the green card. At 6 minutes, the yellow card. And at 7 minutes, the red card. And then for table topics, I will show it's 1 to 2 minutes, green at 1 minute, yellow at 1.5 minutes, and 2 minutes is red. And you have 30 seconds to wrap up. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Cynthia, can you put yourself on the top corner?
Oh,
Our
raise my
first
hand. Okay, just a
speaker-
sec.
Yep. We'll get it all squared away.
The reaction hand.
There you go.
First speaker will be Alex Bash. He's presenting from Presentation Mastery Level 2, Effective Body Language. The title of his speech is What Does Frustration Feel? And Alex, oh, I thought, sorry. Okay, for effective body language, we are going to, his evaluator will be looking at listening to his presentation and looking for body language in his presentation. So he's going to be evaluated on that. And let me just read his introduction. Toastmaster Alex is the owner and lead trainer at Care First Training Group, LLC. He is deeply passionate about providing others with life-saving information. With over 20 years of experience in the field of first aid, CPR, and AEDs, he is certified and he has been training thousands of students. Alex possesses a strong understanding of his customers' needs and how they must effectively learn these life-saving techniques. In addition, he has been podcasting for many years on TV shows as well as with his 8-year-old daughter doing book reviews. So let us welcome Toastmaster Alex as he presents his speech. What does frustration feel like? What does frustration feel like? Toastmaster Alex. Let's welcome him.
You're muted.
You are muted. Please unmute.
Oh my God, that was like the best part of the speech too. Thank you, Toastmasters around the world. When you think of happiness, you think of sadness, you think of joy, you think of pain. In my life, I've always thought of colors. And when I think of frustration, I've always felt as though it was like an old Batman comic with the big pow and the big bam. And when I've gotten frustrated through my life, I always see this color, the color red. I grew up in the late 70s, early 80s, and I had severe dyslexia. And what does that mean? I can read upside down. I learned things in different ways. I couldn't tie my shoes until I was in the second or third grade, which is kind of ironic right now because my daughter, I don't think still knows how to tie her shoes, not because she doesn't know how to tie them, because we don't have shoes to tie anymore. They're all Velcro. But going through life, whether it was a confrontation with my older brothers or family or in school, you get a certain feeling. That feeling is like the air is being pulled from the room. You can't speak. You want to say something, but the words are not there. Like that comic book strip. It's like a bubble and it won't pop out. The thing that really is the most frustrating of all is you don't know what to do. And I know people will say, just relax or take it easy. It's very easy to say that to somebody when you're not in that moment, when the walls are closing in on you, the air is coming out, and all you do is see a stop sign with a horn that's honking, and you don't know what to do. Now, I just turned 52, and my 52 years on this earth, I've learned one or two things. One is make sure you you're always being watched. So make sure you always do the right thing when your daughter's around. And the other thing is to breathe. And we all do that a little bit differently. Some people may meditate, some people may take the thing that they love the most. Some people, like myself, pull your pants up, take a couple of breaths, look at the big picture, and move on. And I think that that is the most important thing to be thinking about. Because it's not if something happens, it's when it happens and how you handle it. I'm not going to lie. I'm still working on this. If you think this speech is a solution, it's not. It's a stepping stone to hopefully being a person that can manage their frustration. Because I, like many people, feel like it's a temperature gauge that goes up and up and up and up and up, and it wants to burst. And I'm here to tell you, I'm trying to get it to the point where it doesn't burst so I can relax and it can go back down. Similar to when you go to the doctor's office and you have white coat disease. And if you don't know what that is, they take your blood pressure and it's like 150 over 200. And by the time you leave, it's normal because you've relaxed. I just wanted to put you into a little bit of what my world is like with the colors, because red and orange and loud is what frustration means to me. And hopefully I can get to that point of that babbling brook, those calm tones, and those wonderful sounds of outside. Because I do know one thing, when I'm outside in nature, life is just better. Thank you so much, Toastmasters, and I hope to speak to you again.
Alex, I love that speech and your ending. When you're outside in nature, life is just better. Come to Dominica. We are all nature.
Can't afford
You know,
to visit you, my dear. I wish I could.
Our name, the name of our country is Dominica, the nature isle of the Caribbean. But you have told us some things. I learned some things. I learned about white coats. And I always tell people, in Toastmasters, we are always learning. It's not if something happens to you, it's when. And you know your triggers and how to calm them down. And it's true, we will say be calm, but all of us are at that point sometimes, and you have maybe pointed some things we never maybe thought of. The colors could trigger those things, and we have to be aware of that. At this time, we are going to have our second speaker, and our second speaker is, let me get this, Toastmaster Dennis. I will not pronounce her second name. And she's presenting to us from the Presentation Mastery, Writing a Speech with Purpose. Her speech, the purpose of her project is for her to learn to review or review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech. So she's going to present a well-organized speech to us with a defined purpose. And Toastmaster Denise is a photographer, a writer, and advocate. She advocates for special education, health, mental health, and STREAM. Her passion for taking care moves her forward into this complicated and wonderful world of ours. She enjoys sharing inspiring stories of things that fill her up and believes we are all connected. Dennis is a champion for self-care, stating that if we are all connected, then taking care of myself in turn takes care of others and vice versa. Taking care of others is taking care of myself. Her purpose is simply to smile, sing, dance, learn, teach, and rejoice while keeping her mind open and full of hope, especially in the darkest of times. Sing, S-I-N-G, smile, it's good for your health. So put on your dancing shoes, smile, and sing along with me. At this time, we welcome Toastmaster Dennis to the podium, the virtual podium, while she presents a speech titled Sing, Sing, Toastmaster Dennis. Let's make her feel welcome.
Thank you, Toastmaster. We're going to start with a little dance party.
Yeah, I was in there before. But down my alto saxophone and put it down on the boulevard. I couldn't wait to my own home. But they don't leave it alone. Playing this song to get that out. I just need you. Country boy, and put down that old drop and song. We fell in love on the boulevard. If you were Jenny, I guess I was hard. It won't be for staying long and singing this song to you back.
You can't hear the music.
You couldn't hear the music?
Nope.
That's okay then. You
Okay.
heard my voice. And I gotta tell you what, after I catch my breath, because singing, dancing, smiling, rejoicing, that's my purpose. That's what I do. When I have to come up for air, well, then I just sit and I don't say anything and I take a breath. That's also, what would I do? Really, my purpose is just to do the next thing I'm gonna do. I believe that I'm here. I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. And the all connected thing that I truly believe, I don't know. Honestly, I don't really know anything. But within the I don't know, there's a lot of nothing, there's a lot of something, there's a lot of stuff for me to talk about. I love to talk about, well, taking care of me. I like to talk about me enough about you, let's talk about me. So if I'm talking about me and I believe if X, then Y, if we're all connected, then guess what? If I'm talking about me, I'm talking about you. If I'm taking care of me, I'm taking care of you. I love words and music. There's a universal language. That's something that, well, we're born with it. We're not even born with it. It happens a little earlier than that. We got a heartbeat that's constantly got a little rhythm in our hearts. We always have music. You put a smile on your face when I sing, and when I dance, and when I rejoice. I can't help but sing. I can't help but smile. And I can't help when you can't hear the music because John Baptiste rocks. I love him. I smile. And when I smile, well, you didn't hear the music, but you probably heard my really bad singing, but that's okay too. Because, well, my taking care of me is taking care of you. And for me, the only thing I can do is the next thing I'm going to do. And I believe, like I said, that I'm here. I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. And from my perspective, I'm right here. And I'm going to say we're all connected because wherever you guys are, well, you're here too. So we're all here collectively. And what an auspicious, I love words, what an auspicious moment to be here talking to all of you Toastmasters worldwide. I'm just thrilled to be here. And this is part of taking care of me. I mean, I don't know. It's a really good, I love, I don't know. I don't know for me is asking those questions, those big questions, getting into that theology and the divine. And when we get into that, well, I don't know, we're thinking and we can talk about a lot of stuff. And I love having conversations. I like talking. I like sharing stories of those who light me up. And with all that being said, right now, simply all I do, the next thing I'm going to do until I don't, is to take care of me. That's my purpose to do. So with that being said, take care of you and let's do a little dancing. So I'm going to ask you to sing along with me, dance along with me. I'm actually going to put on a little Frank Sinatra here because this song, well, it's awesome. And if you can't hear it, then, well, you can't hear it. But I'm going to turn it up and I'm going to say this. After I say this, I'm going to say this first. Put your hands in the air like you just don't care. Back to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I don't know, and I don't know what I don't know. If I take care of me, then I'll take care of you. And thank you for your speech. I will now call on our timer to give the timing for our table topic session.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and most welcome guests on our wonderful world of timing. For our table topics, I have the imaginative, the creative, wonderful timing devices. When you have reached your time, which is 1 to 2 minutes, you will see this at 1 minute is this beautiful green for the go, baby, go.
We can't see it, Roslyn.
I'm sorry. Green for go. Then we have the wonderful, incredible. You're almost halfway there at 1.5 is the yellow. Yes, yellow. And you better get off the block and stop talking. At the 2 minutes is this beautiful red. All good for the gold?
Good for the gold.
Could you put your hand up as well?
Rosalind, could you press your raise hand button so you would be where everyone can see?
Sure. I'd love to raise my
Okay.
hand. Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding.
Okay, thank you so much. And at this time, I call on our table topic master to take this portion of the meeting. Let's make her feel welcome.
Hello, everyone. Good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're from. So I can't see everybody, so let me just put it on gallery view. Okay, I am requesting 3 guests or team members who have not had a role to participate in this segment. Now, the questions have to do with our theme and our word of the day. Well, it's incorporated in questions. So I'm asking for 3 volunteers. Okay, GVHMBA. Who is this? Could you put your camera on?
I'm in Table Topics Master. I'm not able to put my camera on, but I'm Valonda Harris. And what was the word of the day?
The word of the day was auspicious, but it's just incorporated in the question, so you don't have to worry about. Well, yes, you should say the word of the day. Okay, so Dee Marie has her hand up, and do you want to participate? I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Yes, I can participate, Valonda Harris.
Okay, Rhonda and Valanda. Okay, great, awesome. All right. Okay. So, Dee Marie, first question goes to you. All right. In light of the ongoing conflict in Israel and Palestine, how can the international community work together to create an auspicious path towards a better, brighter future for the region, focusing on peace, reconciliation, and prosperity for all?
Thank you for the question, Madam Table Topics
Wait, that's
Master.
for Dee Marie. That's for Dee Marie. That first question is for Dee Marie, yes.
Am I being asked to have an impact on world peace? How would you respond to that? I want you to think about it. But at Toastmasters, we are taught that communication handles and smooths out so many things. First of all, good communication involves and requires that we listen. So in international affairs, that's called diplomacy. One nation has to listen to the other, and both nations have to be willing to speak. They have to be willing to sit down at the table and try and work out a solution. Am I being asked to decide the outcome of the fate of 2 nations? That's a huge responsibility. I ask you to think about that. We know that good communication and excellent diplomacy will lead to the absence of pain and suffering, of death and destruction. And isn't that what we want? Isn't that what world peace is all about? I want you to think about that question because I feel that I was being asked to consider the fate of 2 nations. As I said, Toastmasters teaches us that communication, which when enhanced, can lead to solutions. And that is what is needed at this moment, a solution. I hope that it can be worked out through communication. Back to you, Madam Table Topics Master.
Awesome answer, Dee Marie. Thank you so much. Communication, we learn communication in Toastmasters and that it can lead to a solution. Okay, so our next question will go to, please forgive me for asking your name again.
Valonda Harris.
Valanda. Okay, I'll get it this time. Valanda. Okay, so Valanda, your question is, as a member of your community, what auspicious projects or efforts can you manage So efforts can you engage in to contribute to a better, brighter environment locally, whether it's through volunteering, advocacy, or community development?
Thank you for the question, Madam Table Topics Master. The auspicious act that I feel could have the most impact through not only my own personal volunteerism, but with any person's, is that of community service. The reason is that there are so many ways that one single individual can make a difference in his or her own community. Prime example, Toastmasters International. This is an organization that is unique because not only does it offer that local community auspicious aspect to develop and promote one's own interpersonal communication and or leadership skills, but it does the same internationally, which I found to be proficient. The opportunity to connect in a sense of camaraderie with any person who is a fellow Toastmaster or one cognizant of Toastmasters International begets so many opportunities itself alone. For these reasons, I am enthusiastic about the auspiciousness that being a Toastmaster brings. Not only does it offer the opportunity of a safe space to practice one's own public speaking and or communication or leadership skills, but now that we're at a cornerstone in our transition, it offers an opportunity or launch pad to extend those efforts beyond borders. These things are what keeps me invigorated in Toastmasters, and I would encourage everyone here today to connect with someone from a different club, a different district, a different division, a different area, whatever it is, you name it, and add to the auspiciousness of your own journey. Thank you for the opportunity, Madam Table Topics Master, to explore these, and back to you.
Excellent response, Valanda. Thank you so much. Okay. Third question goes to Dr. Rhonda Lynch Watts. Okay, Dr. Watts. Let's see. Where is it? All right. How can you foster an auspicious and collaborative atmosphere within your team to help each member achieve their full potential, leading to a better, brighter future, collectively and individually?
Thank you for that question, Topics Master. How can I, and I'm going to rephrase because it's a long question.
How can you? Yes, how can you?
Yes, how can I do that? So within a team, understanding one, that there are different persons with different talents at different stages of maturity, at different stages of their confidence. And everyone has a way to positively contribute to the team. And everyone has a way to contribute positively to everyone else. Understanding that everyone has a purpose, everyone has an ability of leadership within them, and telling them it's okay. And in fact, if you can make a mistake, even better, because through your mistakes, you will be able to even learn more. Celebrate mistakes, celebrate wins, celebrate that because we are all here to help each other, that support that you get can make you a better person, a brighter person, and your future will be better and brighter. Allow persons to be themselves. Understand that in being yourself, that we will be here to support you, whether we are telling you, maybe you need to rethink how you approach this because it's not really contributing positively to your future, and being okay to fall on each other, understanding that mistakes are expected, mistakes are encouraged, and within and among us all, we will get each other to the next level and the higher level. Always being committed to each other to get them to the better self and their better future. Thank you, Madam Topics Master.
Thank you, Dr. Watts. Excellent, excellent, excellent response. Thank you so much that we're all here learning and we're all here for each other. And learning is a process. So, and we learn from our mistakes. So thank you so much for your response. Beautifully, beautifully said. I turn it over to you, Madam Table Topics Master. Sorry, Madam Toastmaster. Sorry.
Thank you, Madam Table Topics Master. I really enjoyed your questions and the responses given. They were thought-provoking and they were responses to build each one of us. And so if we listen, we would hear that mistakes are there to be made. And we are in a safe environment to make mistakes, because we are going to learn from our mistakes and we have others to fall on. We heard that one Toastmaster interpreted her question like she was Chef la Mission, the world peace. And she gave us things to think about, where we, in our own little way, can bring peace about. And if we bring peace about within ourselves, based on what our second speaker said, then within ourselves, it could transform to others, because we are there and others are there, so it would help each other. And this is what we need. But sometimes the simple things are misunderstood and it blows out, way out of proportion, where we do not even see that what is being said is simple. And the community question too was properly answered, where we are going to develop ourselves, and in developing ourselves, we are going to help others, because it is said that you cannot give from an empty cup. We have to fill our cup in order to help others. And that's why we are here every day or every week or every hour of the day, to ensure that we can not only help ourselves, but we can help others. And this is a safe community to do that. And this is a safe club to do that. So at this time, I am going to ask our general evaluator to take over this portion of the meeting.
Thank you, Madam President.
Let's make her feel welcome.
And Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you.
I would like to call on our timer to explain the timing for the evaluators portion of the meeting.
Thank you so much. The timing for our evaluations are 2 to 3 minutes. At the 2-minute time, you will see the lovely, glorious Go Get 'em green will show that you're on your way. When you see the yellow here, you'll know you're halfway there at the 2 minutes and 30. And finally, when your time has erupted, you will see the beautiful red at 3 minutes, letting you know, sit down, be quiet. It's someone else's turn to go ahead. Thank you so much.
I like that auspicious description of the red card. Our first evaluator for speaker number 1 is Cassandra Garabedian. Cassandra, you have the floor.
Alex, wow. What a beautiful speech. Alex, you had great, great, great gestures. Your speech just blew me away. Not only did you have great gestures, but your gestures went along with your wording, with your speech. You had a strong voice. Your words, they just exude with such passion. They came from the depths of your soul. I too am dyslexic. No one could. I went to a doctor and worked with it. I had therapists that I worked with when I was a child. So I learned to work around it. I had tools to work with it. But you pulled so many, your gestures, they were words that came about with such descriptive visuals, I should say, that just were so in tune with the bam, boom, and you were just right on target with them. When you said just relax, and your vocal variety went right along with it because you relaxed your voice. You came down with your voice. And then the stop sign, you were stop. And then the horn blowing, boom. It was the boom, like that. And then you said, you looked, and the big picture, you were like this. And then you said, the temperature rising, you came up. You were just so descriptive with everything that you did. You had all the motions. Every single word that you described, every single word, you had a descriptive visual for us. And I just loved everything that you did, you said. You gave us a visual for it. The only thing, and this is being real nitpicky, the only thing that I would say for you would be to fix your camera angle, because it looked as if we were looking up at you. But Alex, loved every bit of your speech. Kudos to you, Alex.
Thank you.
Loved every bit of it. Oh, yes. Loved it. Back to you.
Thank you so much for that, Cassandra. And now we will have our second evaluator, who is Atifa, and I will not dare attempt to pronounce your last name and butcher it. I know that I'm correct in saying Atifa. She will be evaluating our second speaker. Atifa, the mic is yours.
Thank you, General Evaluator. And what an auspicious day today that we got to hear a paradigm shifting, a completely different kind of speech from T.M. Dennis. And I just can't wait to get to know her more. It completely floored me, that speech of hers, the ease, the poise with which she delivered. And I'm sure everybody is basking in the glory of that happiness that she was effusing and, emanating and radiating all around in our club today. So coming to particular points, I'd love to say that her speech had these two main areas around which it was structured. One is, I am happy wherever I am. There's no other point I'm striving for. As far as the content goes, that was one of the moot points, that I am where I'm supposed to be. And the next thing that I do is my purpose. That's so wonderful. No striving for some distant, uncertain future. Being happy where you are. As a first moot point. And the second point, of course, which was repeatedly, like, strokes of a hammer hammered into all of us, was that by taking care of me, I'm taking care of you. And who can ever forget the dance moves? They were really inspirational, memorable, and I'm in my morning. So it has set the tone for my day. I've seen many a Toastmaster sing. I have done it myself multiple times. But dancing is something else altogether. It takes that much of confidence. And then she didn't stop at dancing. When there was this technical error, and it was pointed out to her, we couldn't hear your audio. And not to hear the audio when a dance is going on is like catastrophic, I should say, isn't it? Because you cannot even understand what moves are accompanying what beats. But she just shrugged it off and said, well, it's just that, then just listen to my voice. She didn't let it fluster her one little bit, and I surely loved it. What else to say? I love that cyclical organization, which was new, not a linear progression. I loved also many other things like, that charm and that joyful, exuberance that she was radiating. And I, for one, will remember her for a long time to come. And I think that is why we give speeches to be impactful. In terms of improvement, I dare say that she could have brought in a little bit more of the variety, because, it was one complete high from beginning to end. So by contrast, maybe the highs could have, points in the speech could have stood out more if there was some kind of a contrast being brought in. Another point I'd like to suggest is that, while she delves right into the dancing, and the dancing goes on for quite some time in terms of the time that we are allotted, it would have left some of us wondering, like, where is this going? Right. So I would suggest that little shortening of that initial dancing phase to have the audience with you regarding, where you're leading them. Otherwise, the audience may feel lost. But all in all, it's such a wonderful speech, as I have hardly seen before. And I really congratulate TM Dennis for her confidence, for her path-breaking, newness and novelty that she's brought to the podium today. And I'm grateful to have evaluated her speech. Thank you so much. And over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Atika, for your evaluation of Denise's speech. The next portion of our evaluation process will be given over to the grammarian for her accounting and the use of the word of the day. Judith, the virtual mic is...
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. There I am, with all my fruits. I guess auspicious was a good choice of word. The word, most people use them. Denise, not Denise. Anyway, a lot of people use them, so this was really that I forgot to use how many times each person used the word. So what I'm going to do, just about 3 things, is who said what. So I'm just going to say, who said that one single individual can make a difference in their local community?
That was Alex.
No.
Nadine?
No, that wasn't me. It was
No, Harris.
This was a person.
Yolanda Harris.
Yolanda.
Yes, that was that. And who said that everybody has the ability to leadership in them?
I think that was Rhonda.
That was Rhonda.
Rhonda.
Yes, and I have one more things in here. Who said the communication lead to the solution?
Alex?
No, this
Or
was
Dee
Laura.
Marie.
Dee Marie?
Yes,
Yeah.
that said that.
That was
Said that.
fantastic, Dee Marie. Thank you.
Mary.
And this is my grammarian reports. Thank you.
So that tells us that the quality of communicating that we have established at Leaders Worldwide has given us the opportunity to have a very auspicious meeting today. The next thing that we will have is the timers report. And I have to admit that I'm slightly confused is going to be doing the timers report.
Cynthia, do you want to start and then?
Rosalind has all the information.
Oh, she does? Okay. I just didn't know who to spotlight.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get started here. We have the speeches that people went and delivered today. And on the speeches that we had, everyone seemed as though they were on time. Alex's time was 6 minutes and he came in at 5:03. Denise's was 6:51. And I believe she was asked for how many minutes?
5 to 7.
Okay, so she was within time. Now, when we got on to the table topics, Dee Marie came in at 1:58. Yolanda was 2 minutes and 20 seconds, so she was over a little bit. And Dr. Rhonda was in at 1:56. Now, when we got to the evaluations, we had lots of things to say. I could come up with another verbose word, but I'll just say lots of things to say because both of them came in at about 3 minutes and 45 seconds for the both of them. And so that is my timers report. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Rosalind, for that report. And now we come to the part of the meeting where the general evaluator offers what we did well and some things that we might want to look at and might be able to do somewhat better. The meeting started on time. Both speeches took us to places where we have not gone before. And when I know that both speakers are just getting their feet wet in that arena, I was just amazed, absolutely amazed. Everybody has their own style. And at Toastmasters, we don't dictate what that is. So I was absolutely amazed. But I would like to offer a word of caution. Try out whatever your props are going to be in advance to make sure that they are working. And I know how tricky that can be because I've gotten trapped myself. But try them out before you get in the position that they have to function. The word of the day was used sufficiently. And what I'd like for everyone to do is to unmute their mics right now and say the word auspicious.
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 Everybody had a chance to say the word of the day. Thank you for that. The table topics proved to be, oh my goodness, so very challenging. And when you speak extemporaneously and you have no idea what's coming at you, you simply have to rise to the occasion. I have never had an opportunity or a situation to where I had to think the whole time. I mean, really think the whole time I was talking to be sure that I didn't do the unthinkable. That was not my intent. I simply wanted to offer a neutral way to move forward. But the table topics were very soul searching. I thank you for that, Madam Table Topics Master. The evaluations were in depth. They demonstrated that the evaluators were listening, and that is another phase or a very important part of Toastmasters. In order to be a good speaker, you have to be a good listener. And how well you listen is demonstrated by your evaluation. So the evaluations were in depth and very good. I really don't have any stretch goals for the club today, except as I pointed out earlier, if you're going to be using props or some technical equipment, try it out in advance. Oh, I'm sorry. And I did see 3 timers. That was confusing to me. I saw 3 different people with either cards or at one point I looked up and it's like, oh my God. And I understand what you were trying to do. All of that was in the effort to help one another. All of that was in the effort to help one another. So thank you for being willing to lend a hand. Back to you, Madam Table Topics. Madam Toastmaster of the day. Sorry.
Thank you. Table topics seem to be the word of the day. Let's give a round of applause. Toastmaster Marie and her team were wonderful job. Everyone in that team were very good listeners. You too, Marie, you knew everything which went on, and that's very good. And I congratulate our 3 timers. One timer, it was 2 timers at a time actually. One timer had the card and one timer had the background. And so any which way you looked, you would have seen the timing device at one point in time. And our theme, as our theme says, it is said that your future, the best way to predict a better, brighter future is to create it. So we are not going to wait for a better, brighter future to come along. We are going to create our better, brighter future. And in doing that, we know already we will create a better, brighter future for those around us. I already thank our role players and our general evaluators. I said already our speakers. It's like Alex and Denise sat and decided what they were going to speak about. And even when she was giving her, when I was reading her bio, when I saw stream, I remembered Nadine, because that was the first time I heard that term stream. It was from Nadine, and here is it again. I am seeing
Steam. I say steam, Denise
you
says
say
stream.
steam, she says stream. And well, it's one of the S and ending in M. And our table topic master, you gave us food for thought using our word of the day and our theme or our meeting. That was very, very good. And at this time, do we have our guest still with us? Let me ask our guest, Rhonda. I can remember. Rhonda, are you there still? Yes. Can you tell us what you think of our meeting this evening?
Thank you, Madam President. I apologize. I have a distraction right there that I'm trying to get back out the door. Say hello quick. Hello. All right. Right. So good. I'll speak to you just in 1 minute. 1 minute. Right. So sorry, apologies for that. I have 3 and they're all night persons like I am. So their father is most asleep and they're most awake. I'm trying to get them to sleep. I enjoyed this meeting. I'm glad that I was able to come in tonight because I often miss the meeting. So I actually went to another meeting and had time. So I came in and asked Toastmaster Charlene Ford from Trinidad as well to come in as well so that we could be here. Because I like supporting, I like seeing what's happening. And because you all are an advanced group, I always expect when I come that I would learn something at an advanced level. So I'm appreciative of the evaluations that I had. I'm appreciative of the type of questions that are asked in table topics, although I must admit I was scared tonight in a way that I have never been scared before. And I would admit that I actually put in the chat, please ask me an easier question, because I was like,
I didn't see it.
Marie and Volanda, hats off to you all. You all did phenomenally well.
Yes, they really did. They really
Yeah,
did.
you all did well.
I
So
don't even think I could
thanks
answer my own question. So
yeah. So thanks a lot for having me. Thanks for I get to see persons who I've seen in other clubs like Atifa and Lisa and Judith. I've seen Judith here. So I think I've seen almost everyone tonight. So it's quite like coming home for a bit. So thank you all for having me.
Thank you. And it is Harris. Harris, can you tell us what you thought of our meeting and who invited you?
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Rosemary, and thank you so much for Leaders Worldwide Toastmasters and guests. I believe I was invited here by a multitude of Toastmasters, probably including, I know for a fact, I feel like I've been in a meeting with you, Rosemary Sweeney, and I know for a fact, I think I've been in a meeting with Dee Marie, so I was excited to hear her speech today. But I feel like I've been at least in a meeting with one other Toastmaster here. Nevertheless, I am a Toastmaster joining virtually from Dallas, Texas. And I'm from Louisiana, but I live and reside here in Dallas, Texas. And I'm so excited that Toastmasters now has the opportunity for virtual or hybrid meetings. For that reason, exactly. I am an area director, a club coach, and a club officer in 3 different districts. So I'm super excited about what Toastmasters can bring as far as helping all of our journeys. And I'm excited to connect everybody, regardless of the dots. And I would love to connect with any person here today. And thank you for your warm welcome. I appreciate it. Every speech and speaker today, and the prepared speeches as well as the table topics, even the evaluations, those were really great things for me to learn. So I'm so glad that I was able to be just a listener in the audience, because we learned so much through active listening. And I wanted to highlight that as an effervescent aspect of tonight's meeting. Thank you so much. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will now call on Charlene Ford. And we know already who invited you, so what do you think of our meeting?
Great evening to one and all. It was indeed a pleasure. I felt as though I've traveled the world because, all persons here from all different parts of the world. And I just loved it. And I loved the speeches. I loved the table topics. I was happy that I was not called upon. Especially the first one. I mean, the speaker, I think, is Dee Marie, is it? You were the first one to be hit with that. And I was in awe of how you mastered that. You really mastered that. I mean, you said you were thinking of the Bell girlfriend. I'm telling you, you did marvelous. I mean, you all did. You all answered superbly. But that first question really threw me. So I applaud you for and then you pass on the baton to others. So congratulations to everyone, all the speeches, everyone. My girl who was dancing and singing, I felt you. I was there with you, everybody. I just loved it. And I look forward to being part of other meetings in the future.
Thank you. And Lisa, by now I know Lisa and I travel the world because I'm seeing her.
Good evening, all. Good morning, good afternoon. I am here in New York. I was invited by my friend and mentor, Cynthia Stott, and I was delighted to be here tonight. I agree with all of you that the question that Dee Marie was thrown reminded me of the questions that are often asked to Miss Universe. And Dee Marie didn't hesitate to rise to the occasion. I think that there must be some magic formula of no matter what the question is, answer with improved communications, especially for Toastmasters. So that was a great way of applying that great answer, Jean Marie. And I do feel like I've been seeing a lot of you. Thank you all for coming to my meeting last night. And I look forward to continuing to come as your guest and to seeing you at other club meetings as well. Thank you. I rest my mic.
Thank you, everyone. I would invite our guests to put their contact in our chat so that our vice president membership can get it and we can reach out to you. And at this time, our meeting is coming to a close. But before we close, I would just like to speak with our members to let them know that we are well on our way to being a distinguished club. However, we are missing one more point to be distinguished. We had 4 points and we only missing 1 point. And we do not stop at distinguished. We love to run up the ladder and we do not break our auspicious name of being president's distinguished, and we are not too far. We are only missing 5 more points to be president distinguished. We need several levels in our educational goals. Although I'm seeing that we have several levels, we have 2 5s, but at the higher point, we do not need 2. However, we want all of us to register and record 4 leaders worldwide. So we are going to need level 1s, level 2s, and level 3s to make up the rest of our goals. So we are going to work on that. We are asking persons with level 1 if they can come and bring it across to leaders worldwide. Yes, we need level 1s. And we need all our members to get that triple crown at the end of the year. And so we are encouraging you to come and register with District 57. Let us show them that leaders worldwide is on a roll. So for our club officers, soon there will be club officers training. So mark your calendars to ensure that we have all 7 members trained, plus 1. So all 8 members of our team trained, because although the 7 is only recorded at TI, with District 57, you record all 8 members. And so we want to ensure that all our members are trained. As I said earlier, I enjoyed our meeting. I learned things. That's why I always come to Toastmasters meeting. It's a mini university at a price which you can afford. So being in 2 clubs or 3 clubs, you're going to learn and you're going to be able to speak more and deliver more. And it is said that the more you speak, the better you get at it. It is like medicine. When you take that medicine and you take those little butterflies and know where to cage them, because they are always there. You never know when they're going to come out. But as long as you know how to cage them, you will cage them. At District 57, we have something special where we ask members to use their imagination and just think of those great chocolates we have. Chocolates from all around the world. You know those chocolates in Africa, you have those cocoa beans, those white cocoa beans, when they get ripe, they come brown, and then you grind them and put them together, and they're so... Cynthia knows all the names of the chocolates. I only know the raw cocoa, to break them and suck them. It is white, succulent, and nice, but Cynthia knows the other name. And so just before we leave, I will tell her to give out the names of the chocolate we have in the bag and send it over to everyone.
Wow.
Thank you, Judy, for your time you spent with us. But we are on a going shortly, just chocolates and oats.
Oh, can we hear real quickly from Judith?
Oh, she was leaving.
Oh, she left already. Okay. And I have never heard of chocolate right from the bean. That sounds wonderful. I'll have to come to Dominica and try that. So I have Belgian dark chocolate. I've got white chocolate. I've got milk chocolate. I've got almonds. I've got salt, whatever you want in it. Or if you want a fruit instead, maybe a mango or a pineapple. It's a magic treat. It's going to be sent to you whatever you want. So 1, 2, 3. Woo! Enjoy.
Thank you. Toastmaster Cassandra, do you have anything to say?
No, we just want to get go over the rules for next week, and then we can fill out for the following week. So we can do that in the after party.
Okay, so I now call